Yo, YouTube, what's crackin' like a jacket smacking? It's Waffleman with a video, and you know what time it is of the week, my week 4 NFL predictions, and we're gonna start off on Thursday, 49ers and the Rams. I'm gonna take the 49ers because they're stacked and because the Rams are trash. We all know this, but the 49ers lost, scoring only 7 points last week, surprisingly, to the Colts. And that was probably one of Kaepernick's worst game of the season. It probably was his worst game of the season. So, looking for the 49ers to bounce back. Ravens and the Bills. The Ravens beat a tough Texans team, which is crazy. But the Ravens are going to get Ray Rice back. He's on my fantasy team. The Bills are looking not bad, man. EJ Manuel's not doing too shabby, you know. They got him and Stevie Johnson connecting. CJ Spiller, though, has been doing a terrible job. So, they're probably going to run Fred Jackson more. So, fantasy owners, be aware of that. The Bengals and the Browns. Now the Browns are at home in this game, so we're gonna see a probably tough match by the Browns because of their new quarterback Hoyer, who threw 3 touchdowns last week, but he also had like 3 interceptions, so it kind of balances out. But the Bengals are pretty nice. They beat the Packers last week. They got Andy Dalton, AJ Green, a nice running game. And the next game, the Bears and the Detroit Lions. I'm looking to see Reggie Bush come back and do what he did in week 1, which was have 41 points in my fantasy league. You know, Reggie Bush had those like 100 receiving yards, 90 rushing yards, and had like a touchdown or something like that. He's just crazy, man. And I'm hoping he comes back. But I'm gonna take the Lions because they're playing at home, and you got Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson. You know, Lions defense facing the Bears defense. You know, the Bears got that defense, but it's Lions home, so I'm gonna take the Lions. The Giants and the Chiefs, man, oh man, Eli Manning, what's going on, son? What's going on with my Giants? What's going on with my fantasy player Eli Manning? I mean, 0 points for the Giants offense. What happened there, man? I mean, it's not like the Panthers defense wasn't anything that great or anything, but that offensive line for the Giants, that running game, man, it's just non-existent. So, I don't know, man. I'd like to say my Giants would win this one, but it's tough. And Alex Smith has been playing a pretty good season so far. And you can't forget that they have Jamal Charles, and they also have a good defense as well. Pittsburgh and Minnesota, 2 teams that are 0-3. Vikings have Adrian Peterson. Ben Roethlisberger did much better last week in his game, but he still failed to win, and that's the problem with the Steelers right now. They can't seem to win. It looks like they're just deteriorating, and I know Troy Polamalu's still there, but come on, Steelers. And so I think I'm gonna take the Steelers. Actually, no, I'll take the Vikings in this one. I'll take an upset, even though it might not really be an upset. The Buccaneers and the Cardinals, man, I don't know who plays worse, the Buccaneers or the Cardinals. That's an easy answer. It's the Buccaneers that plays worse. They need to get Josh Freeman out of there. And matter of fact, I dropped Josh Freeman in my fantasy league because he's been bumming it up. And I picked up Geno Smith, who has been doing much way better. Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We already know the Colts are going to win this. The Jacksonville Jaguars are by far probably the worst team in the NFL. I picked up the Colts defense because the Jaguars barely score in the league, and they really have nobody. And Maurice Jones-Drew is probably the most overrated running back now. He's not been doing anything good. If you have him in your fantasy league, just trade him away. He's not going to do anything for the rest of the season. That's all I have to say about him. Now, Seattle and Houston, a good matchup right there. The Seahawks are 3-0. They're probably one of the best teams in the NFL right now. That defense is crazy. You know, Russell Wilson had 4 touchdowns last week. His receivers were catching the ball. Marshawn Lynch has been running okay. And the Texans, Arian Foster is not what he used to be right now. He needs to get back together. He needs to show what he's made of. I know they got Matt Schaub, but, you know, the Houstons, they still lost last week to the Ravens, so they might still be reeling that. Now, the Jets and the Titans, man. The Jets have been doing pretty good lately. I mean, they're 2-1. You know, the Titans are also 2-1, but I think the Jets have a better chance against the Titans, even though they're on the road. Geno Smith is probably going to get better in this game. Bilal Powell did a great job last game versus the Bills defense, so I'm taking the Jets in this one. And I also have Geno Smith and Bilal Powell on my fantasy team anyways. Now, Eagles and Denver Broncos. Let's just take the Broncos right away quickly. Broncos defense is good, you know, standard. Eagles are nice offensively. They have LaShawn McCoy, he's a beast running back, probably one of the best fantasy running backs in the league. But Peyton Manning is all you need. That's all I have to say. Peyton Manning. Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. The Redskins are just looking horrible. The Raiders, I don't even know who to pick in this matchup, but I guess I'm gonna pick the Raiders because I don't think the Redskins will slip away from this slider right now. They're not doing that great, and they just continue to seem like they're gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna break away just yet. And they're playing the Raiders at home. Cowboys and the Chargers. Chargers are at home, but Cowboys have a win. 2 wins. A win more than the Charger. And you know, 21 versus Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has been completing a lot of his passes, so I'm gonna take the Chargers at home. And the Patriots and the Falcons. I'm sorry, New England, but I don't know if I could take either team because the Falcons may, even though they might have their problems, and Steven Jackson's out. You know, Tom Brady is a little bit funky this season. He's not been doing that great. Maybe it's because of his receivers. I don't know. But Patriots have to get their act together. Falcons have to get their act together. So, I think I'm gonna take the Falcons. Only because they're at home. Miami and New Orleans, I'm gonna take New Orleans, but I'm surprised that Miami is actually 3-0. That's actually pretty surprising. And I just noticed that the Patriots are also 3-0. So you know what? Let me switch my pick. I'm gonna take the Patriots over the Falcons, even though they're on the road. Tom Brady, you know, Patriots are still 3-0 for a reason, even though they haven't been doing that great. Anyways, YouTube, Jimmy Graham is also the best tight end fantasy, and he's on my team. So God bless Jimmy Graham. Get your 3 touchdowns this Sunday, please. That Miami defense, come on, you gotta do it, man. Anyways, YouTube, I'm out. Peace.